Originally, I wasn't going to watch Your Christmas or Mine too. I watched the first film last year and I just did not like it. And I wasn't going to watch the sequel. But then I thought, it's been a decent amount of time since I watched the last one. Let's give it a go. I'm so glad I did. It's much better than the first film. I really enjoyed it a lot more. The story is much more realistic. It's much better crafted. There were a lot of things with the first one that I just think was really poorly thought out. This one's much more solid, and also Jane Krakowski. Because of Krakowski, I probably would have watched it eventually anyway. But I'll be honest, I didn't realise she was in it until I started watching it. And that made me very happy. This was released last year in 2023. It's directed by Jim O'Hanlon, written by Tom Parry. And of course, we have Asa Butterfield as James and Cora Kirk as Hayley. We also have Jane Krakowski and David Bradley. Cast great, performance is great, absolutely no issues there. And I really like the narrative. The families are, obviously with James and Hayley still in a relationship, the families are going on holiday together. And they're actually going to the Austrian Alps. And they've booked separate accommodations. And unfortunately for one family, they accidentally go to the wrong accommodation. And James's family, very wealthy, have booked a very luxurious accommodation. Hayley's family, not quite as financially well off, have booked a very budget accommodation, but the families go to the wrong accommodation, and it's delightful, and I was pleased to see what would happen, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. We then have part of the story focusing on what the future for James and Hayley's relationship is going to be like. There are opportunities, but not everybody will benefit from those opportunities. And I'll say no more than that about the specifics, but I thought it was a very well-written narrative, really thoroughly enjoyable, a lot of different activities going on, a lot to look at, definitely very well-written, significantly better than the first film. Characters all really likeable. Hayley, I didn't love in the previous film, but actually I quite liked her in this one. The same with a lot of the characters, actually. I just didn't take to them very well. I didn't think they were very well written in the previous film. Some of them, not all of them. Or they were written in ways that wasn't very likeable. But actually, that's not the case here. Visually, of course, absolutely stunning. It is filmed in Austria. I don't know where exactly. IMDb just says Austria, but it is absolutely stunning to look at. We have a lot of Christmas activities. It's very snowy. We have Christmas music. It's really delightful. I rather enjoyed it, and I wasn't expecting to say that. If you watched the first film and you didn't like it, I'd say this might still be worth watching. As I said, I had no intentions of watching it, and then I just decided, well, I might as well. And then I realised Jane Krakowski was in it, and I thought, okay, there'll be at least one thing about this that I like. And it turns out I enjoyed pretty much the whole thing. Well-written narrative, likeable characters, gorgeous location, and a lot of Christmas activities as well. So I'm quite happy, and I definitely wasn't expecting to feel this way. Your Christmas or Mine too is a brilliant sequel. I think it's far better than the first film, and whether you liked the first film or not, I'd actually say that this one's worth watching.